Saz, welcome back to part 2 of Learn the Songs You Love. If you haven't checked out part 1, I suggest you watch that first because it will set you up nicely for this video. If you like this video and you like the series, give it a little like, leave me a comment, let me know what you like about it. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get updates with all of my new videos when they come out every week. And if you really like my stuff, you can check out my Buy Me a Coffee page, Ukulele Saz, where you can join the Tab Shack or the Jam Hut, my 2 different membership tiers with access to all of my lesson materials, weekly challenges, live lessons and more. So this is part 2 of Learn the Songs You Love, and today we're talking all about timing and structure. What we're going to do today is have a little look at some of the songs that I play with my jam groups, the Southside Strummers. I'm repping the t-shirt today, and the Rainbow Ukes. And in those songs, what I tend to do is count out how many times we play each chord, just so that there's a little bit of rhythmic structure behind there as well. What this really does is it helps lay the foundations, and it really helps you understand the flow of music a lot more. A lot of us are naturally tuned into what we hear, and we're very good at following song sheets and feeling the chord change. Now we're just going to give that a little bit of structure and definition so that you can write out chord progressions for yourself and then separate them from the song sheets, making them a lot easier to remember and a lot easier to memorise. We're going to have a little look at the method that I use to do that, and then we're going to dig into some of those examples that we love to play in the groups as well. Okay, so the method that I use is going to be a little bit different than what I'm going to show you today, only because normally I'll listen to the song. However, if I put a song on, then YouTube will probably stop the video because of copyright issues. So we're going to try and do this just with me playing and counting along today. What I am going to use, I've got my cajon underneath me, so I'm just giving that a little tap with my foot so that we can also keep up to date with the timing as well. So as some of you know, music follows a pattern of time, and a lot of the time that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There are of course lots of many other time patterns or time signatures in music, but we don't come across them too often, so we're going to stick with 4/4 timing today. Now in music, in any song that you play, what we do first is you find the heartbeat of the song. So when that's what you're dancing or grooving along to, you find that you move to a certain pace. So we tap and move along. And that is our pulse, that is our heartbeat. Sometimes it might be faster, sometimes it might be slower. How fast or slow something is, we call the tempo. And that's measured in beats per minute. So if it's really slow, it might only be 80 or 70 beats per minute. Or if it's a really fast song, it could be 140 or 138 or 115. So you'll find that different tempos will have different songs, and you'll feel that with the flow of the music. So that's the first thing, finding your heartbeat. The next step is to count to 4, if it's 4/4 timing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You found your count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the first step. Try that with different songs. Feel the differences and which different songs have different tempos. So you might have some faster, slower, as we were saying. And that's just a good wee thing to get you in that frame of mind. Find your heartbeat. Count along comfortably. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then look at your song sheet. Have a look at those chords. Have a look at the order of the chords. See if you can write them out. So let's start looking at examples so we can put this into practice. The first song that we're going to look at is one of my videos that I've done a couple of months ago, which is Just Like Heaven by The Cure. I also done this with one of my intermediate group classes. As you can see, let's look at the song sheet. There's 4 chords in this, and it looks like I can see a little pattern in there already. So we have A, we've got E, we've got B minor, and we've got D. Now I'm going to play it a couple of times and we're going to count in. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then we've got So as you can hear, I am changing on every count of 4. So A has a count of 4, E has a count of 4, so does B minor, and so does D. So when I write that out, as you can see now, you can see that I have a little line in between each chord. That represents each bar of music, and each bar of music represents a count of 4. If we're in 3/4 timing, it would be a count of 3, but now we're in a count of 4, so it's every count of 4. So we play A for 4, we play E for 4, we play B minor, and we play a D. I just want to say I'm playing an E sus4 and not an E, just in case anyone has noticed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Example 2, this time we're going to look at Sweet Child of Mine. Sweet Child of Mine, I'm going to do the exact same process. So I'm going to play the chords. This is the main chord progression of the song that happens in the intro and the verse and the instrumental. So I'm going to count us in. So 1, 2, 3, and. Did you count for each chord this time? How many counts of 4 did I play for each chord? It was 2. There was 2 counts of 4 for each chord. So we have C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, then B flat, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, then F, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see that written out now as well. Did you manage to write that out in the same way as me? Cool. So this is a nice way for you to write things out. It's a really good exercise to try, just to really ground the counting and make sense of that natural beat and rhythm that you typically groove along to. Okay, we're going to look at another example, example 3. This is the pre-chorus of Don't You Want Me by the Human League. Again, these are all videos that I have done tutorials for, so you can check them out. And in all of my lesson materials, I do always put a column to the left with the chord progressions written out in their count, so that can be quite helpful so that you can really pick the chord progressions out from the patterns. So Don't You Want Me, this is the pre-chorus. This one's going to be a little bit trickier. It goes like this. So what happened in this one, in fact, let's see if you can count it. I'll do it with the count of 4, see if you get it right. So 1, 2, 3, and. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is the first 2 lines of the pre-chorus. Now, let's see how that was written out. And I'll explain this one in a little bit more detail. This one had a couple of chord changes in it. So this one we had A minor for a count of 4, 4, E minor for a count of 4, F for a count of 4, and then D minor, and then G sus4G. I'm going to show you that in single strums. So D minor, 2, G sus4G. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, that one is definitely a little bit trickier, and one that you might need to do a few times in a row. Maybe you don't look at your song sheet, maybe you actually try it for yourself and listen and trial and error and see what happens. So that one is definitely a little bit trickier. So I have one more example to show you, and that is Little Talks. This one is a nice and straightforward song, and yeah, I want to see if you can guess this one as well. We're going to go through the process. So I'm going to do my metronome. We've got the beat. See if you can get your count of 4. We've got A minor, F, C, G, A minor, F, C, G. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What did you think of this one? This one is also quite fast. You can feel that the tempo is quite quick. So did you manage to get the fact that A minor, F, C and G all have 2 beats each? What makes this a little bit trickier is because we actually play down, down, up, down, up quite quickly, and it's only within 2 beats. Typically we would do down, down, up in 4. It just depends on the tempo of the song, but that is a conversation for another day. So there we go. That's a few different examples for you that you can try. I do encourage you to experiment with this, take your time. I've got some top tips for you just to kind of help you as much as possible. So number 1 is practice easy stuff first. So practice just finding the flow of the song first. Just practice getting the tempo, getting the feel for the song, and just practice counting along to a count of 4, or if it's a count of 3, see if you can catch that as well when it happens, and just give that a try to begin. Use your song sheets, have your song sheets there, and use that to your advantage so that you can see the chords. It might also help to write out the order of the chords as well. And you can also do it in sections, so don't try and do the whole song at once, that's crazy stuff. Do it in a section at a time. That's what I would typically do. If you come across something that's really tricky, get curious, write it out, make a note of it. Spend a wee bit of time going over it again and again and again, see what happens. And actually, when things are a little bit trickier, this is when you really strip things back to 4 strums. This is why I always start with 1 strum per chord and then 4 strums per chord, because that way you can hear a lot clearer when the chord changes fall, without overcomplicating it by trying to add in strumming patterns right away. I do this whenever I break songs down. Whenever I'm looking up a new song, trying to learn a new song, I go through this whole process. Now, I have been doing it since I was really young. I've been doing it since I was self-taught on the guitar when I was a teenager. So this process has become fairly quick and automated for me. It can always be slow and tedious. It can be slow and tedious at the beginning, like anything new that you try. But the more you put yourself out there, put yourself out of your comfort zone, the easier that process starts to become. I'd love to hear your feedback on this. I'd love to hear what works for you. I'd love to hear if this method works for you too. Remember, this is just my method. Everyone's got their own way of learning. People can adapt these things. I love to hear how other people learn too, so please let me know that in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. In part 3, we're going to have a little bit more of a look at some of the theory behind these things. So don't forget to check that out if you are interested in getting curious, if you're interested in how to change keys and the chords that you use. We will be taking things a little bit further. And also let me know what other videos you would like to see too. I would love to hear your suggestions and what you would like help with too. Thanks so much for watching. See you the next time.